KSNR, Koffin Radio.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Koffin Radio. I am Heartthrob Rob. Joining me is IvyDoomKitty, and we are live from Comic-Con 2021 LA. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm doing well, man. It's the second day here on Saturday. I'm having a great time. You've had a line of people coming and bugging me every time I walk by. I see many people at your booth, man. I'm having a great time, and you're obviously popping out here. It's so fun.
Oh, it's been a blast. It's been really, really great. Actually been really awesome for it being the return of big conventions here in LA. Just really seeing the turnout. Like yesterday was insanely busy. Saturday's been really, really busy. So it's just great seeing so many fans coming out and just overall support.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of support and having a lot of fun, I mean, we're coming back. This is the first con since lockdown. How was lockdown for you?
It was interesting. I think like many, it was interesting. Just kind of, everyone went through their phases, right? I went through my own phase of, sourdough starters and gardening and all of that in the beginning, making multiple different batches of sourdough and whatnot, and baking and all that. So, it's just like a gradual progression into this thing, that thing, and picking up different hobbies and things like that.
For sure.
So, yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I picked up on things, and, you have your lulls and your goods and your bads, and then eventually you go into that stage of, oh my God, when is this going to end? This is enough. I want to go out, but you don't.
For sure.
It's nice to be able to be amongst humanity again.
Isn't that nice, that human interaction? When you go so long without it, it's nice to be around people again.
Absolutely. This was very much missed.
Speaking of progression, we're here at Comic-Con. How did you discover that inner nerd in you where you knew this is your kind of jam?
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, I watched X-Men, Batman the Animated Series, played video games since I was a kid.
The greatest, for sure.
So going to con for the first time was, I was an adult at that point when I went to my very first convention, but I didn't know that Comic Cons were a thing. I didn't know that this was a place where people like me congregate and talk about all of these things, I didn't know that there was other girls that liked the same things. I just thought I was just weird.
No.
I'm like, oh, it's just stuff that guys like. Girls don't like this stuff. I'll just keep this stuff quiet to myself. It was just really, really cool to, be able to go to a convention and find out that there's just this entire culture.
People that are like-minded and similar to
absolutely.
you, right? That's fun.
And then just kind of after that, it just exploded into this whole thing of going to so many different conventions and eventually cosplaying, right? But it always went from being a fan first and going from a fan to eventually cosplaying.
For sure. And then you get into cosplaying. How did that progress for you? I mean, now you're world-renowned cosplayer, but how did that first get started and get to where you're at now?
For me, I went to my first con in 2004, and I didn't cosplay until 2012, so there's a big gap there. So I was always a fan, went to see my favorite comic book creators, get my autographs and things like that, get my comics signed, and get my sketchbooks and things like that. So it kind of shifted from that to, I really want to cosplay. All these people are dressed up as their favorite characters. I want to do it.
Yeah.
And I finally did that in 2012, which is a Star Trek red shirt. And it's just kind of like finally getting the nerve to do it after asking my favorite comic book artist, Frank Cho, if I could cosplay his character, which was Brandy from Liberty Meadows cosplaying as a red shirt. And after that, I just had so much fun cosplaying, and I said, I'm going to do another character, another costume.
Yeah.
And it just snowballed, and here we are.
Who are you today?
This is kind of like just my own thing.
Okay.
So this piece is actually from my friend Vivka, and the belt is, this piece is mine, this is mine.
You putting it all together?
Yeah, so this is from when I used to belly dance a long time ago.
Okay, good job,
so from that. But yeah, today was more of a...
You can still do it now.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I am out of practice. So yeah, today was kind of like just a mashup of a lot of different things that I like, just to more like a earthy, like fall kind of a thing. But later on today, I will be Deadpool.
There you go. I'm excited for that.
So that'll
one.
be probably in the next couple of hours.
So you've done Deadpool, you've done Bulma, you've done Vilma, all sorts of stuff. Spider-Woman, Spider-Girl. What are some of your favorite costumes you've done? What are ones that people love too?
Velma is definitely one of my favorites. Mostly, I grew up watching Scooby-Doo. I can identify with Velma. Kids love Velma.
Yeah.
I like Bison a lot from Street Fighter.
Oh, okay, it's
a very comfortable costume for starters. Okay. Loved playing Street Fighter also growing up, and I also just like the bad guys.
Yeah.
I love my Bowser costume from Super Mario, but it's very uncomfortable.
Oof.
I love the aesthetic appeal. I love the creative process of making it, but wearability, it is not the most comfortable costume.
For sure.
But it's fun to look at. It's very colorful.
You brought up games earlier. Do you still Twitch stream and all that stuff? Do you play games
I haven't in a while. I plan to.
Okay.
But I usually do stream. It's usually PC or Xbox if I'm gaming. If I'm not gaming, I'm doing creative streams, either cosplay, like building things or painting art, or just doing Q&As with my fans, things like that. Or just chill streams where I'm just talking and hanging out with everybody.
Yeah, chill vibe. I think people really enjoy it, just hanging out, like-minded people. It's so cool.
It's literally like just chilling.
Yeah. What upcoming projects do you have next?
Next is just working on costumes and working on a bunch of different projects for next year, the calendar for next year, a bunch of other things for next year that I don't want to, what's it called?
Let the cat out the bag just yet.
I don't want to jinx them.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Very cool.
How they turn out. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I have in the works. It's a matter of getting them all
out the door.
Going.
Okay, very cool. Well, I wanted to thank you so much. Where can people follow you? Do you have any shout outs? And where can people follow you on social media?
Definitely. Oh, shout out to Gamer Sups. I love them. Check them out. They're amazing energy drink. They have no sugar. It's a nootropic drink. It's great. It's not like crappy G Fuel. G Fuel's shite. Sorry, I don't know if you can say that on your podcast.
No, you're fine.
No, they're great. I love them. I drink it all the time. It's good stuff.
The video. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
My bad.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, it's great stuff. I love them. They're good people too.
And people follow you on social media.
And on social media, all the things under IvyDoomKitty, on Twitch, IvyDoomKitty as well. And I'll be streaming probably in the next week or so.
Very cool. Thank you so much, IvyDoomKitty. Thank you for taking your time out of your day. I know you got people waiting for you all day as they walk by. We see them. But I just want to say thank you for taking time out of your day.
Anytime.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, for IvyDoomKitty, I'm Heartthrob Rob. If you like what you're watching, hop in the Koffin. Follow us on social media at Koffin Radio. Koffin spelled with a K. And that's all for today.
KSMR Koffin Radio.